Hey guys, welcome back to Conquering Kerbal Space Program. We are on a mission to put a self-sufficient and it's fully functional base on every single planet in the Kerbal solar system. And we're in career mode, we got a long way to go. So what we're doing in this episode is I've got a bunch of contracts that say we need to do a focused survey. I've picked a few of them that I think I can do. I probably can't do them all in one mission, but I've picked a few of them that I think I can do. And so what needs to be done is we need to do scientific experiments in specific parts of Kerbin. So we need to fly there, do the experiment, and I've chosen most of. I couldn't quite get all of them because of the limitation in contracts, but I've chosen most of the ones that say below a certain height because I can't quite get high enough to do the ones that say above a certain height. So we've got the MK1 cockpit here. Let's go ahead and grab a fuel tank for that. Hey guys, Charlie from the future here, letting you know that if you want to skip ahead through the build process of this plane, just go ahead and click this annotation right here on the screen now. If you're more interested in just seeing the plane fly and doing the missions and stuff, that's totally cool. But for those of you who are interested in the building process for this plane, just keep watching, and it's pretty great. I know this episode is kind of long. It's about an hour, I think, so I totally get it if you don't want to watch the whole build process, but there's some pretty good stuff in there, and I encourage you to also maybe read the text that displays on the screen too. Might help some of you who are thinking about playing this game or who are playing this game. Okay, thanks, that's all. Back to your regularly scheduled program. And we're building a plane that can fly a pretty good distance. I don't need a whole lot of fuel to do that, but I'm gonna put 2 gas tanks anyway because I want the extra space. I think it's easier to fly it. It'll be easier to land it with a wider base. So we're gonna do 2 tanks like this. And what I'm gonna do also is just put this back like this. And then I'm gonna put a Science Junior on the back of this. Just doing that so that I can do the experiment. It's really no other reason to do that. We're gonna have this antenna, and we're gonna put it right in the back, right in the middle here. There we go. And that's gonna let us transmit things as we go along, which is nice if we want to transmit our data. Now I'm gonna also put a couple of science experiments on the back here, probably up in the top actually. And this is for in case we need to land or in case we are over a certain biome and we can get some scientific data from it. I can go ahead and get that on the fly. I probably won't use these, but they don't cost that much, and I am planning to come back. So there is that. Now, can I use this radar altimetry sensor? Can I use it in atmospheric flight? That's the thing I don't know. If I can use it in atmospheric flight, then I should take this with me. I think I can. So let's change the location of this antenna. I think I'll just put it on the front here like this instead. It's fine. And then I'll put this here. Now how does this work? How does this extend? It goes out like that and then up like that. That's not bad. That's pretty cool. If I can use it in atmospheric flight, that's cool. If I can't use it in atmospheric flight, well, then it's just gonna be kind of a waste sitting there. But we're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna leave it there. We're gonna try it out. Okay, so now I need wings. That's another important step in building a plane. We need wings. So let's go to atmospheric or aerodynamics. Sorry, I'm terrible with names. First thing I'm gonna put in, I think, is a canard. Or, do I have a smaller one? I don't think I have a smaller one. I think that's the only one right now. Standard canard. I thought there was a smaller one. Maybe it's just not available for me. Well, let's do this. Let's do the wings first then. Okay, so we got some swept wings here, which is pretty cool. I'm thinking of not really a unique design for the plane, so to speak. I don't think it's that unique, but it might be interesting to fly something that looks a little different because I think it might work. So I think what I'm going to do is add one more fuel tank. Do I need to add one more fuel? I kind of need to add 2 more fuel tanks if I'm going to do this. These are just fuselages, by the way. I'm gonna move fuel around to make sure that my center of mass is all right. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here, this might just be interesting, I don't know, is we're going to flip these and put this like this. That's kind of interesting. I don't know how well that flies, but it's kind of interesting. So we'll give it a shot and see what happens. I don't know, maybe that's too much. I don't really need to go that far for these contracts. I could technically just get away with like something like that. Should I just do it because I can get away with it, or should I? Or maybe we do it this way. Maybe instead we... Yeah, maybe instead we take and go like... Maybe like this, like with 2 wings. Like that instead. Just to make sure we have a lot of lift and a lot of control. Yeah, I can do that. That's fine. Okay, we do need control surfaces. That reminds me now. See, now the canard is gonna block the door on this thing. I wish this came with a canard, but or maybe do I have the inline cockpit? Probably not. No, I don't. Okay. Well, yeah. So I'm just gonna have to deal with it. What I've got. So the next thing to do is to get. Let's just pop that big engine on the back already, just so I know where I'm dealing with here. Weasley turbofan from the back there. We are going to need air intakes, so let's grab some air intakes. I know I'm kind of all over the place right now, but this is how I build. This is how I build planes. I'm always all over the place. Let's also put some air brakes on there too, or are they too big? Ooh, one big air brake is like a really big air brake. This is a smaller plane than I thought it was. Okay, fair enough. All right, I think instead of these 2 wings, instead of the 2 wing design, as much as I like the 2 wing design, I think I'm gonna go with the big delta wing instead, because it gives us a lot more lift. I think it does anyway. I mean, it's huge, but it's obnoxiously huge. Forget it. Wait, wasn't there a standard one? That's like a halfway point between what I had before. Here it is. Yeah. This is the one I wanted. Okay. Like that. I think this will be fine. I don't think I need more lift surface than this. Like the swept wings are cool, but I don't think I need it. First thing I want to do though is give these a tiny bit, just a tiny tilt. Before I do that, let's put the control surfaces on there. So, Elevon 1. There it goes. Let's just put this like that. Ooh. Can't quite get 2 of them. I might be able to get 2 if I do it right. If I can get this slightly over like that. There we go. Oh, there's a little bit of clipping, just a little bit. There. That's better. Okay, we got our control surfaces for that. That's pretty cool. I think it's okay. Although the swept wings might fly better. I really don't know. I don't know planes well enough, I guess. It's been so long since I played this. Relative wing area is 2 versus the swept wings, which have a relative wing area of 1.37. So I should have more wing area here, which means more lift and more. Yeah, okay. We'll leave it the way it is. Now I've got this Weasley engine. Now how much thrust, how much power does that have? Do I need any additional engines on here for this, or is this okay? We've got 120 kilonewtons max thrust, as opposed to the Juno, which has just 20. The last time we had 5 of those, so we had about 100, well, 20.6, so had about 100 and 0.6 is kind of weird, but let's say like 104, let's say, to where this one starts with 120, so we should have more thrust in this one engine than 5 of those other ones was, so that's good. Okay, so now we need a tail fin. The tail fin is somewhere. One of these is a tail fin. I swear. There it is. Okay, now, do we do like a 2 tail fin thing? I don't know. It kind of looks cool. Doesn't that kind of look kind of cool? Yeah, we'll leave it. Two wings, whatever. Now, how does this interfere with this? Does it interfere with this? No, it doesn't. Okay, cool. As long as it doesn't interfere with that, we're good. Let's see, we've got that. I think all that's left is landing gear, and then we're pretty much ready to go. The only downside of this is we can only bring either a pilot or an engine or a scientist, and I would really like to have a cockpit that I can have multiple people in, but this is only a 1-person plane apparently, so I guess that's just the way this is gonna have to be until we unlock new parts. Okay, actually, let's put this, I don't like this here, so let's put this back between these two. Let's do that. That's kind of cool. There we go. The yellow and red circles you see, this is technically RCS build aid getting in my way, which is fine, except I don't need RCS here, so I kind of want to shut it off because I don't need that. But what I do need when you're building planes, what you do need is you need 3 things. You need to know that your center of mass, you need to know your center of thrust, and you need to know your aerodynamics, your center of lift, if you will. And the goal is to always you have to keep your center of lift behind your center of mass. You have to do that, otherwise your plane's just gonna tip over. Flip over, or not tip, but flip. So that's what we have to do. So I'm gonna adjust my wings and adjust my fuel and all that stuff to make that happen. I also have to be conscious to know that the plane is going to lose fuel as I fly, so the center of mass is going to shift back a little bit as I fly, because if I take the fuel out of this front tank, out of the front tank, the center of mass starts to move back. So I have to be conscious of that as well. So let's take these wings, for example. We'll go to our move tool, and we're just going to move these wings up a little bit. About like that. And that's going to give us better control. The more back your center of lift is from your center of mass, the more squirrely your craft is going to be. I mean, you're going to have more control, but it's also a lot less stable. And I like stable. I do. I take my time with turns. I don't need something that's like a fighter jet or anything. So stable is good. And I don't need all this much fuel, so I'm actually going to move this back a little bit. I could probably just get rid of all of this fuel almost. Let's leave like 80 in there as like a reserve tank kind of thing. And then I'll shut this access to this off in case I need more fuel, then I can just do that. Okay, this tank has all the fuel in it. Cool. So now all I need is landing gear. And this is okay. Should I move the wings down more? I could actually tip this. What happens if let's save this first. Let's save this as short range plane. Just call it short range plane, I don't really care. Well, eventually, for our spacecrafts, I'm gonna have names for each one of our spacecrafts. Like our satellites and stuff are all gonna have cool names, and but for these little planes like this, I don't really care. Let's tilt these wings up just a tad, like that. Maybe too much. I want them up just a little. Like that, probably fine. Yep, that's what I want right there. Okay, so now I need landing gear. Let's get these overlays off. And that's gonna change, my landing gear is gonna change my center of mass and stuff too, so I'll put those back on once that's done, but first I need this. So, all right, utility. Now we have a whole bunch of new stuff, which I'm not sure if I can use this new stuff. Small landing gear is here. I could put this on the wings, but I feel like that's a little weird. It also doesn't pick me up enough, and it's gonna just, yeah, darn it. I need something on the wings back here to really... All right, let's try this. because the landing gear is not, the situation is not going to work very well unless I do this. So let's move these wings down a little bit. It's going to be look a little weird, I think. Maybe it looks okay. Maybe it looks fine. I don't know. I guess it kind of looks fine. We'll move this, and then we're going to tilt it just a hair more. Okay. This is going to make our craft just a little bit more squirrely, but that's fine. And I'm also I need to tuck my wings in just a little bit too. So let's just tuck these in just a hair. Okay, good. Now the landing gear should be low enough, I think, to help this clear where it needs to clear. So we'll put that there for now. And then we'll put another one in the front. And make sure it's centered. About like that. So how does that work with... Ooh. Doesn't work very well. This will be very difficult to land if I do this. So I need to have the landing gear come up into the cabin just a little bit. Or I need to lift it up just a tad. So let's do that. Lift it up like... about like that. Is that good? I know I'm kind of gaming the system here, but that's how this works. I wonder if I can do something structural down here, and then that looks a little weird if I do it that way, but I just need the landing gear to not be so much more lower than the rest of it. Like a little bit's fine, but not a lot. And right now it's a lot. It's a lot. Oh no. I don't want to I want to have foldable landing gear for this plane. All right, let's move. If I move this, I bet it screws it up. Not quite, but it does one of these stupid things again. So let's turn on the little tool there that makes it follow the guidelines. If I move it forward more, this actually moves it higher, which is good. That's what I want. So actually, let's move this up even more now. Turn this guide off. If I do it like that, I wonder what that does. I mean, I can kind of live with that, but I still don't like it. Like, I still want it higher up still. So let's move it up higher still. We'll move it back just a tad. There, okay, it's pretty close to what I need. Now the only thing that's problem though is that I think the base in the back is a little bit too narrow. I think I need a wider base in the back for landing. Because this is not gonna be a craft we crashed, guys. This is the one that we're gonna bring back. So, let's move this wider out just a little like this. Now I do need this to be straight though. Because right now they're kind of tilted. So I need them to be like that. That's close. Are they pigeon-toed though? Like, are they inward or are they straight? I wish I could tell, but I can't. I guess we'll find out when I try to fly it. Okay, I think this is good. Let's just test where this is really quick for the wheels. And I think we're good to go there on the wheels. I might be just a tad bit too low now on this, so let's take this back up just a tad. Might be just a little bit, like that. Okay, how's my center doing? Doing pretty good, yeah. Now the only problem is the landing gear is too far back. It's too far behind the center of mass. I need the landing gear to be closer to the center of mass. So, because when a plane takes off, it kind of pivots on its center of mass a little bit. At least that's the best way to do it anyway. Now the only problem is that my engine is so far back behind the center of mass. So maybe I take the fuel completely out of this compartment and take some fuel out of this. Oh, that's gonna bring it. I need to get some weight back there. What's the plan to do that? What is the plan to do that? Or take some weight away from the front. That's something we could do too. I don't need monopropellant, so we can take that out. That's going to move it back a little bit. I could also move the landing wheel back a tad. If I did that, that would adjust the center of mass a little bit. Not a lot, but a little. But now it's too far back. Like I need more clearance there. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna have to bring him up then. There's no other way to do it. So we'll just grab the landing gear and we'll bring it up, and it's gonna do a squirrely thing on me again. Yeah, it's doing a really dumb little rotational thing that it does. So bring this landing gear up to about here. Now, as the center of mass comes back from the lack of fuel, actually this fuel being decreased is going to move the center of mass forward. Ooh, well that's actually not bad, because then I'd have an easier time landing later, so that's fine. Okay, that's how we'll do it then. So this is just going to be an empty fuselage. And then this will end up being full of fuel for the trip. Okay, we have our landing legs. They are not flat, so I do need to adjust their rotation slightly. They're not going flat here. There we go. That's a little better. I don't know if it's perfect. Probably isn't. Let's try that though. We'll just give it a shot and see what happens. All right, I think we're ready to launch this thing. I think. I'm just gonna check real quick where my wheels are. It's a little bit lower now. So I'll bring this landing gear up a bit more and we'll call it good. Okay, let's try this out, see what happens, and we'll be good to go. I have 28 minutes and 36 seconds of burn time on this plane, so that's pretty good. So let's go ahead and launch and see if we can't get ourselves, okay, we'll see how it goes. Oh, and we're doing this at nighttime, and the landing wheels are a bit too far back. And we're floating backwards. Okay, so we're a little bit too far back. You can kind of see our front wheel is basically tipping to the point where it wants to come off the ground. So I need my landing wheels, I need my wheels to be just a tad bit farther back. So let's go back to the spaceplane hangar and adjust that. So let's move these back a little bit. About like there is probably fine. Now the hard part about this is that because my center of mass is so far forward from the back of my plane, lifting off is going to be a challenge because the back end of my plane is going to come down. Let's see if I can get off the ground. If I put the landing gear. I can't tell what I'm controlling here. There we go. Let's see, put the landing gear a little bit further back. I know it's not going to take off very easily, but the hope is that it does land easier. That's the hope. We'll see how that goes. Also, it is definitely too high up. It's actually coming through the wing. How did that happen? How did that happen? Yeah, it's no wonder my stuff was messed up. Yeah, I don't want it coming through the wing. Okay, that's better. Weird. So now that probably adjusts everything, doesn't it? Kinda. It's more like more flat now, but I like the clearance. It's gonna help me, that helps me take off a bit. I do like the clearance. I think I'll leave it just like that. We'll see what that does. Or should I flip them over? Aerodynamics might be better if I flipped them over. If I rotate them this way. Would that be better? No. Back. No, we're not gonna do that. Go back the other way. Go back the way they were. Okay, let's try that. See what happens. Probably won't be good. Do I want a ladder here? I think I want a ladder just in case I do need to exit the vehicle for some reason. So let's make sure we have a ladder. Utility? Yeah. The Pegasus Mobility Enhancer. Yeah, that. I put it there, but that's kind of weird. I guess if it works, it works. I'm pretty sure that will allow me to get in the plane. And this is massless, right? Yeah, it's massless. So that won't affect my flight at all. Okay, I think that's how I want to do it then. I won't need a battery. I won't need a spare battery anyway because the engine will provide electricity. So save and launch. Okay, definitely sitting better on the runway now. That's good. Sitting better on the runway. Aerodynamic forces are showing for some reason, or is this just lights? I think those are lights. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I don't remember there being lights on those parts. Okay, so I don't really like taking off in the nighttime, but I don't have much of a choice. The contracts are going to expire, so let's look at our map and see where we have to go. Oh yeah, right in the middle of the night. Well, whatever. We need to go to several different locations here. We have to go to zone 6 here, and we have to go here and here. So let's kind of get a plan of action, or a sort of a, yeah, let's kind of get where we want to go. How about we go here first, then we'll come, okay, we're gonna take off this direction. We'll come here first, then we're gonna fly around to get these two. Then we'll get this one, come around like this, and then land. Or we fly this way, come like this. We can come around this way. So like turn around, come around this way, get this one, then this one, this one, this one, and then these two and land. Just as long as I end up kind of facing. I think maybe getting these two last might be good. Although getting this one last does give me like the chance to properly line up better. So let's do that. So the plan of action, I think, is to come around like this, take this one, then get these two, this one, and this one. So now I need to know zone 6, and what is this Wenkel Corporation. So what is it that I need to do for the Wenkel Corporation? I need to, is it this one? Or yeah, this is the one here. This is zone 6. Yeah, I need to measure the temperature. Okay, cool. So let's get my experiments ready. We'll do the pressure one here. I'm just gonna put this off to the side. Do the temperature one here. We'll put this off to the side. And I think that's it. I'm also gonna try and do this one when the time is right, which I'm not sure when that will be. And also this one, which again, I'm not sure what that radar scan will actually reveal, but we'll give it a shot because I've never used that part before. Okay, here we go. So I need to go to Wenkel. I have a waypoint, don't I? Here we go, waypoint. Zone 6 is where I need to go. So let's put that on the map as our waypoint for our waypoint manager mod. Start up our engine. Oh, first problem. And everyone probably knew this too. I bet every single person watching this probably knew my problem before I did. And that problem is air intake. I totally forgot about air intake. So we need air intakes. That's something, that's a thing. This engine requires air, and there's nothing providing it air right now. So let's go to aerodynamics. Do I want to do this radial one? I thought there was a smaller one, but I think this is the only one I have available now. And it's because it's huge. Like, I didn't want to do it because it's freaking enormous. But that's kind of the only thing there is. Do we put it on the top of the wings? It doesn't look too bad, but it looks huge at the same time. Like, it's just enormous. I was really hoping there was a smaller one. Wait a minute, what's this? Engine nacelle. Hey, this has air intake. Oh yeah, that's what we're using for sure. All right, I'm gonna have to move some things around though, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm gonna need to move some things around, but what is this attached to? Are you attached to, you're attached to, oh good, you're attached to that one, perfect. Oh, that's brilliant. I'm so glad you're attached to that one. All right, move you into there. Now you're in the way of the door, but that's okay, because now we're gonna move you back, like that. Okay, cool. Now I can put this, actually I need to move these back too. Awesome. I'm not sure how that nacelle works in terms of giving me air, but I'll take it. Do that, and then move this to there. Okay, same plane as before, I think. We do have a little bit of difference, I think, in our wheels again. But I think that... why won't it let me... There we go. That's all it will let me do. Camera's messed up, man. What in the world is this camera doing? Okay. I can't look. It won't let me look down. I can't get any lower. Why not? Weird. Unacceptable camera. I think that'll work. It's pretty much the same. I didn't move the wings up and down or anything. I hate this camera right now. Okay, let's launch. Let's try that. We have something that has air intake now, and that's the important thing. Try again. Okay, yep, still looking good. I'm really worried about us clipping. Oh, is that the waypoint? That's Bob's. Oh, okay, cool. That's what that mod does. It gives us that stuff. Okay. So the waypoint manager should show me that one. That's the one I want to go to. That's not the right one that's there though, but maybe I'm not close enough to see it. All right, let's start the engine. SAS on. Oh, nope, I don't want to take off from this. I don't want to take off from there. This is good enough. Let's just do it from here. Nope, I want to take off from flat ground down here. Okay, that's good. Punch it. Okay, take off slowly. Slowly. Lift it slowly. There we go. There we go. All right, landing gear up, and we're good to go. So, the goal now, my fighter jet that I apparently have, let's do only yaw on these. And let's not do any yaw on these. Whoa, whoa, slow down, slow down, slow down. I don't want to do this in the dark. Oh crap. Oh man, it's much harder to fly than I thought it would be. Pull up. All right, so am I going the right way here? That's not the right icon. I thought I was getting close to the right icon, but maybe not. Flying at night, man, not a good idea. Let's go this way. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Now we're getting it. It's just having the wings down this low, it really does make the plane a little bit harder to control. It's like that fighter jet kind of thing going on. Okay, so we are 17 kilometers. That's the direction we need to go. It's almost the opposite direction, really. Let's turn our engine up just a little bit. Oh, man, you're so hard to control right now. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Punch it. Yeah, the reason it's hard to control is because I don't have enough thrust. There we go. I gotta get the air sweeping under my engine here. All right, we'll pick this up. We'll get up higher. What does the contract say? It says we need to do it in flight below 16,800. Okay, well, we don't need to go very high then. So, okay, so we're gonna be reaching our target in about 30 seconds, according to Waypoint Manager, which is awesome. So I'm gonna take this temperature reading display here and just kind of put it off to the side. Do the same for the pressure barometer, because I think I might have to do pressure there too. So we'll just do those two. And when we reach, oh, hang on. Did we pass it already? Uh-oh. Passed it. Gotta turn around. Good thing I got a fighter jet. I passed the zone that I was supposed to be. I wasn't paying attention, I guess. So I have to head back just a little bit. I have to head back about 8,000 or so meters. Not the end of the world by any means, but it's kind of a pain in the butt to have to do that. So I need to watch up here near the counter. This is stuff that was generated by Waypoint Manager, which is cool. I need to watch for the zone name to be up here, and then I can hit the temperature log. And that should fulfill one of our contracts here. I don't know which one it is, but it'll fulfill one of them. Oh, come on. How did I pass by it again? Is Waypoint Manager screwing with me here? What is this? Oh, come on. That's lame. Well, we're getting plenty of practice with flying tonight. Measure the temperature in flight below this, near this zone. Okay, well, I'm not in that zone yet. So I will need to reset that experiment. Oh my gosh, like, where is this thing? I might have to just use the map again. I know it's not really intuitive to have to use the map all the time, but like, I need more thrust to get my nose up. Come on, get the nose up. Falling too fast here. Don't want to fall. Come on, pick it up. Temperature. Got it. Okay. So the little zone things were appearing like right underneath the overlay for the time. So it's why it's not really obvious when it happens. So that's why. So the next thing to get is, what did we say we're gonna do? We're gonna come around and get these two, then this one, and then around, right? So let's move about here somewhere, and then we'll head towards that one. Flying at night is not the most entertaining thing in the world. You can't see anything. Uh-oh, my plane's becoming a bit unstable. Not sure why. I'm not going too fast for the design anyway, so I don't see why. Well, I'm gonna keep flying towards my target and hopefully not overshoot it, and I guess, we'll come back when I'm closer, I guess. Okay, well, it's a good thing I have Waypoint Manager because my map is totally bugged right now. It's zoomed in and focused on the sun rather than Kerbin, so I can't tell where these are. So let's just keep an eye on this, and hopefully it tells me when I'm there. HTZ, that's the pressure. So we'll grab that, and then hopefully we get to Bob pretty quick here, and we'll do the crew report. Watch it, watch it. Bob's oversight. Boom, crew report. There we go. We've got those ones done. Okay. We could transmit this data if we want to. Oh, we're running out of electric charge, barely. Not enough electric charge to transmit, of course. So I guess we won't transmit it then. There we go. So it just takes a little bit of extra time because we keep eating up the charge in the battery. Okay, so where am I at now? See, now this map is focused on the sun, and I have no idea why. I did not, to my knowledge anyway, I didn't do that, so I have no idea why. And I can't get it to refocus. I can't get it to refocus on Kerbin. So like I'm trapped looking at the sun the whole time. Which is really unfortunate because I'd kind of like to, you know, go home at some point and I can't see the map. It's just bugged out. That sucks. So I'll have to find my way back home. So I might just have to like guess where some flat land is. Like I don't even have, like, it's not even like daytime to the point where I could see flat land. Okay, I guess we just proceed. I don't even know which one is the most convenient one to go to, so I guess I'll just choose one. We'll go to this one. 71 kilometers away, 78, 44. That's the one we're going to. All right. So NBX, Zone 3, wants us to do a pressure reading. So that's the pressure barometer. We'll just reset that one. Okay, make sure we're right on the money here. There's another thing there. That's sector RNX2CJ. All right, now what was this one? This is pressure, right? Yes, RN. No, this is, yeah, N8X. That's pressure reading. So it's this one here. Okay, we'll do the pressure as soon as it tells me I'm in the zone. Which it says I've got a ways to go, but that icon is getting closer pretty rapidly. I really wish I had a map. That is a bit upsetting that I don't have a map. Like, map view is so useful when you're flying a plane. Ugh, especially if you're flying it too fast and too high. Nah, it has nothing to do with that, but I'm just flying it too fast and too high. I'm losing control. This would be way more difficult. In fact, I'm pretty sure this plane probably wouldn't even fly if I had FAR installed, Ferrum Aerospace Research, which I still plan on doing in the future. Just haven't done it yet. Waiting for compatibility with a couple of different things because it's currently, there's just a couple of mod conflicts. I ran into some problems. It's cool. All right, let's go ahead and do the pressure, and we've got one done. So there's the pressure reading. That check mark there. So now we'll just take and go to RNXZCJ. Got it. It didn't tell me I was in the sector. Did you see that? Like, maybe it did and I just missed it. Maybe you guys saw it, but I didn't see it. I was just like, okay, wait a minute. We're starting to count up again. I'm going to hit the button. We did get it, though. There's the check mark. So now it's all about the last one, which we have to turn around for. Okay, we're heading the right way now. I wonder if I can fix my map. Focusing on Kerbin at all? Is that possible in any way? Like, I wonder why I can't. Like, what is going on here? Why won't you let me focus on Kerbin? Like, how am I gonna find my way home if I can't do that in mid-flight, but like still? Something's bugged. That's unfortunate because I'm gonna have to try and land, and I don't have any parachutes on the plane. I probably should have put some parachutes on the plane, but I'm running into a part limit. So after this is done, the only thing that's left is getting to the KSC and surviving in one piece. I guess what I might do is just fly towards the sun to see daylight, find a nice flat place and land, and then just recover the vessel. That might be the easiest thing to do, just because I need light. Otherwise, I might land on uneven ground. That's the biggest concern I have right now. So I probably will just fly that way toward the light. That's what we've got going on now. Great, I can't get rid of this now. Man, everything is so bugged, I can't get rid of this now. Well, I did the experiment we had to do, so that's taken care of. I can't close this window. It will not let me close it, which is a really big pain in the butt. So now I've got all sorts of windows that I can't close. I can't do anything with. I can't do anything with this. It won't let me. Not even transmit. Just won't let me. And the map view will not show me Kerbin. It's focused in on the sun, and I can't get it out of it. So that's what we're dealing with, people. So this that you see on your screen now, this is the ScanSat mod, and I've got this scanner on top of the plane, and that's what this is doing. It's actually making a map of Kerbin for me. Now, it's easier and much better to do this from orbit because it does more at one time, but I'm hoping that there might be some way of like getting a clue as to how to like find the KSC. So far, I don't see a way to see the KSC with this. Okay, so I figured out something that I didn't know before. And my map was bugged, if you recall, from like a few seconds ago, which was actually about 5 minutes ago for me, but a few seconds ago for you. And I could not get the map to focus on Kerbin. It was just going to stay on the sun. Well, I had to do a little bit of light reading while my craft has been stable in the air, flying itself east, hoping to get to daylight. And I was getting close to daylight, actually. Here I am, getting there. I would have been there pretty soon, but here's the KSC, and I want to go back there. So I'm turning my craft around right now in hopes to return to the KSC. That's what this nav ball is doing. Remember, when you fly in Kerbal Space Program, you fly basically with the nav ball. When I'm flying a plane, I do look at the plane because I do like to know, like, you know, my wings and stuff, whether or not they're flailing all over the place. You know, you just have a habit of looking at the plane. But when I'm in map view, I can still fly where I want to go just by focusing on the map view. So now I'm not quite going where I want to go, but it's whatever. Anyway, so what we have to do, or what you have to do is, if your map view is focused on the wrong thing, right? So let's say my map view is somehow, for whatever reason, focused on the sun like it was before. Okay? I can't focus on anything like this, and I can't click on Kerbin to do it. It won't do that. So you get it focused by hitting the backspace key. To me that sounds random, but yeah, the backspace key. Then it will focus the map on the current vessel, which is in Kerbin, so then I would be able to see it. And yep, there we go. So yeah, that's how you do it. Focus it on current vessel. Weird. Hey you guys, welcome back. Not much to tell. Been driving, or been flying. I've gone a little bit to the south of the KSC because I want to approach it from this direction for a better landing approach. So I've kind of gone a little bit out of the way, but I'm kind of wrapping myself around to the KSC here. So We are about 36 kilometers, away. We'll be there in about 2 minutes. And it is still nighttime, so we're gonna have to land in the dark. We saw how my landing attempt in the daytime worked out. But this is a slightly different craft, and I think it's a slightly better, it's a better plane than what we had before. So I can probably do this better, but anyway, so I'm starting my approach right now. I have no idea how this is going to turn out because I can't see a thing. I can't see anything. So this will be something special. I would have thought like there'd be lights on in the buildings and stuff. Okay, I'm just really high then. Okay, so I need to get lower. Whoa. Alright, so looks like the game decides to put some lights on when you're close to your base. That's nice of them. So we're gonna have to work our way around this way. And then, whoa, not like a fighter plane. Doing some tricks here. Let's move this way. Let's get our landing gear out. And I probably should do a roundabout and kind of come back in again. I'm coming in a little bit too high at the moment, so I think I'm gonna wrap it around, kind of use this time just to sort of slow down, work my way lower. And what we're gonna try and do, we're really good pilots, aren't we? What we're gonna try and do is land at a safe speed, at a safe rate of descent, and I'm gonna land beside the runway because it's still too bumpy. I'm gonna upgrade that runway once we get landed because I'll have enough money to upgrade it as soon as I land these completed contracts and all. So then I can worry about landing on the runway, which is pretty good. Okay, so here we go. Let's kill the engine. Going a little bit too fast, but we're fine. Just gotta control the rate of descent. That's all. All right, here we go. Coming down. Still pretty fast. Let's switch and reverse this. Reverse thrust. And activate the brakes. Right, reverse thrust. Kill the engine. And we're good to go. There we are. I don't know, you didn't even see me land, did you? Nope. So there you go. I'm a little bit far away from the KFC here. Oh, thanks for that notification, Windows. In the middle of my game even. Thanks for that. Appreciate it. Okay, so that's pretty much it. And we landed. We made it safely back, which is great. Let's recover our vessel. Look at the mission time. 56 minutes. God, it's an hour of my life flying around in the dark. Okay, well, it looks like this nice little scan window is going to stay here indefinitely. Hopefully it doesn't stay there for the rest of the playthrough. Let's hope that's not the case. We've got all this here. We got 144 science now. We got 24 science from that. We got a good amount of parts, but look at our funds. We've got 432,000 funds now. And that is what we can do to upgrade a whole bunch of stuff. But I am going to actually reload the game here, and we'll do all that in the next video in hopes that this window goes away. All right, thanks for watching. Bye. Oh my God, look at this crap. This window is still there, even on the title screen.